Welcome, curious minds, to another deep dive. Imagine yourself not just flying, but truly soaring through that vast expanse of sky at, say, 35,000 feet. It's an exhilarating experience, right? A marvel of human ingenuity. But beneath that incredible sensation, there's this whole invisible world at play, a silent environment, profoundly influencing your body, your breath, even your very ability to think and react. What does it really mean to exist up there in that high-altitude realm? And how does your body adapt, or maybe more critically, struggle with those unseen forces? Okay, let's unpack this. Today we're embarking on a pretty crucial deep dive into the fascinating world of human physiology at altitude. And this is specifically tailored for you, our dedicated learner, as you gear up for those challenging ATPL theory exams. Our mission is clear. We want to distill all this complex information about oxygen, respiration, and the various conditions you might encounter at height into clear, memorable insights. We're going beyond just, memorizing facts. We're aiming for a deep, practical understanding of the why behind the rules of the sky.
This knowledge isn't just about acing those exam questions. It's really about becoming a safer, more informed aviator.
Yeah, and what's truly fascinating here is seeing how these, seemingly abstract physiological principles directly translate into practical life-saving safety measures in aviation. We're going to connect the dots, sort of weave together everything from the basic composition of the air we breathe to the intricate mechanics of your respiratory system, and then link that directly to critical considerations like hypoxia, hyperventilation, and decompression sickness. Like you said, this isn't just about recalling facts. It's about building a really robust mental model of the interconnected systems that keep us safe up there. It helps you proactively manage that invisible environment you're operating in.
Exactly. And speaking of practical application, we've carefully picked out a set of questions directly from typical exam preparation materials. We'll be tackling them head-on throughout this deep dive. We want to make sure you not only know the answers, but really grasp the underlying concepts too. Think of this as your personalized shortcut, maybe, to being thoroughly well-informed about the human element of high-altitude flight, preparing you not just for the exam, but for the real-world demands and, responsibilities that come with being a pilot. So let's begin our journey by understanding the very medium we navigate. We live, work, and fly within this huge invisible envelope of air surrounding our planet. But what is it actually made of? You might think you know, but the precise breakdown is incredibly important, especially for pilots. Beyond the obvious, there's a significant amount of an inert gas that, perhaps surprisingly, plays a critical, though kind of indirect role in some of the biggest challenges we face at altitude. So what are the constituents of the atmosphere? That's a direct question you might see. Let's get specific. The composition is remarkably consistent across the altitudes that matter for aviation. It's approximately 21.0% oxygen. That's our vital gas, of course, the one we absolutely depend on. But then there's a massive 78.0% nitrogen. After that, much smaller percentages. 0.93% argon, a tiny 0.03% carbon dioxide, and an even smaller 0.04% of other rare gases like neon, helium, that sort of thing. Now, here's a really crucial insight for your exams and for practical flying. These percentages, these proportions of gases, they stay constant up to an amazing 70,000 feet. That's well beyond where conventional aircraft typically operate. So even as the total atmospheric pressure changes drastically with altitude, the proportion of each gas stays exactly the same. That's a key point. It often trips people up because it feels a bit counterintuitive at first.
Right. And if we connect this to the bigger picture, aviation relies heavily on a model known as the ICAO standard atmosphere. This isn't just, an arbitrary set of numbers. It's a fundamental baseline. It's a theoretical atmospheric state that helps us predict exactly how pressure, temperature, and density change as you go higher. It's a reference point for aircraft performance, navigation, and, crucially for our discussion today, human physiology. So according to this standard model at mean sea level, or MSL, the temperature is set at a comfortable plus 15 degrees Celsius. The standard pressure is 113.25 hectopascals, or, and this is important for exams, exactly 760 millimeters of mercury. That's 760 millimeter Hg value. Definitely commit that one to memory. And the standard sea level density is 1,225 grams per cubic meter. Okay, now as you climb up from sea level, the temperature doesn't just drop.
All right. Many thanks for listening to this free part of the ATPL Theory podcast. If you want to continue learning and access the full comprehensive guide, go to my Patreon at patreon.com/ATPLtheory or my Hero at herohero.co/ATPL. That is patreon.com/ATPLtheory or herohero.co/ATPL. Wishing you all the best.